Okay, welcome to the newest edition of my pinball videos. Now, in order to make a pinball machine look like a pinball machine, I've got to build a cabinet. I've got to make it look like that. I like this right here. Now, this is someone else who's building a completely computerized pinball machine. Now, that's cool. So, we're going to kind of look at his stuff, see how he did it. Now, as part of the design, I'm going to build the whole thing out of 3/4 inch high-grade plywood. So I had to start designing that. Now I needed dimensions to begin with. So I was looking around and came across this image, which does a really good job at kind of showing the general dimensions of a pinball machine. So, you know, they're generally 55 inches long, about 22 inches wide. Actually, the playfield is only 21 by the time you add the sides and a little bit for the width, you know, so on, ends up being about 22, and so on. So basically, I've got to turn that into a real design that I can cut out on sheets of plywood and carefully glue and pre-drill and screw all together. Now, Ben Heckendorn did a really good job at designing a pinball machine. He made his look pretty fancy, and as you can see in this image, he built it out of pretty thick plywood with some 2x2 braces and so on. That's the general idea that I'm going to follow. Now, if you come over to Inkscape here, this is a 4x8 sheet of plywood. I basically have to make it look like this when I'm done from a side view. So you can see that it's got to have the slope, correct slope of the playfield, correct slope of the top, which are actually two different slopes, 6.5 and 11 degrees. And then even the bottom is sloped a little bit. So I was trying to build off of this graphic, but I realized that I was doing it the wrong way. So I started from scratch and used some of the dimensions on this image right here, and here's what I came up with. Here's a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Now you'll see that 4x8 sheet of plywood is only 48 inches wide. So instead of having the 55 inches deep machine that's pretty much standard, I'm going to make mine 48, which is, you know, close enough. So, as you can see down here, this is the side view of the pinball machine. We're going to have a back piece of plywood, which will be the, you know, the side, and then the front and the back and the bottom. And all this stuff, you can see the blue corresponds and the green corresponds. All this is going to fit on a 4x8 sheet of high-grade 3/4 inch pine plywood. And here's the playfield. That's obviously going to be out of 1/2 inch instead of 3/4 inch. So this is pretty much the finalized design. Obviously, I'm going to kind of add more as I go, but this is pretty much how I'm going to start cutting out the wood. And I can fit quite a bit in there, and perhaps maybe even have enough room with this wood here to build the sides for the back plane. We'll see about that, but I think I might be able to do it. So that's that. Thanks for watching this pinball video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet for more updates. And this channel's great, so check back soon. Thanks.